Hey everybody, Jason Caskie, Coldwell Banker, Sean Herrero, Cross Country Mortgage. Today we want to talk about the market and what's going on in our area right now. And Sean and I have been talking about it quite a bit before we put the video on.
Yep.
And there is a bit of the shift. There's been a shift.
Yeah.
It's a buyer's market right now.
Yeah.
That being said, there are still some homes that are selling quickly, but what we want to talk about is, I was sharing with Sean, I was taking some buyers out this past weekend. We looked at 14 homes.
That's insane.
Which is a lot. Great amount of choices for buyers.
Yeah, 14's a lot.
All 14 of those realtors that are helping the sellers sell those homes called or texted me to see what my clients thought of their home. So they're looking for feedback. Now, I like to do that anyways when people show the home. I think that's great because you can figure out if somebody's going to put an offer in or maybe what they didn't like about the property. And it's great feedback for the seller and for the agent. Why I'm bringing that up is because that doesn't happen very often.
Especially not 14 out of 14.
Not 14 out of 14. I mean, there's some agents that do that and check in, but the market has been so hot and homes getting multiple offers that a lot of agents don't even bother calling a buyer who's showing a property unless they're calling saying, hey, I want to write an offer. Then
Right.
you might get a phone call back. So that's why we're kind of bringing that up, because it seems that it's a bit of a buyer's market and you got more to choose from right now.
Yeah, no, we've had a few. I had one recently. It closed this week. It was in Marin, but we got a $55,000 seller credit,
Right?
Which we used to do a 2-year interest rate buy down. So the 2-1
That's
buy down,
fantastic.
3-2-1 buy down. So dramatically reduced the interest rates. Those buyers were buying their home before they sold their current home, right? So we're doing a ton of that, helping people get in before they get out.
Perfect.
I have another one in San Diego, same thing, 2-year interest rate buy down plus all closing costs covered. We're seeing a lot more credits, or the agents are able to negotiate more credits. Not every agent is going to take that approach. They should, but you have to understand the market. And then conversely, I did have one in Orinda last week that ended up with multiple offers, but only 3. And I thought for this house, when we were going to have multiples, it'd be like 10.
Right.
It was 3.
Yeah.
So that, but to your point, that was the right house,
Yeah.
right? Like if it's I call it the restoration hardware house. If you've got the light hardwood floors and the white counters and the white cabinets,
Looks great, price great.
and the pool and the this and like,
Right.
if it's got everything everyone wants, to me, that's what I call the restoration hardware house. Everybody wants the same thing, so you're going to compete. If it is off a little bit, like it doesn't even, you could have a lot of those things, but miss one feature and it doesn't move as fast.
That's true.
That's kind of what I've been seeing.
That's true. And to that point too, a little bit is buyers right now, because a lot of people need to sell their home before they buy a home. Definitely seeing more sellers that are accepting contingent offers, especially if you have got your home, like you got it prepped and you're ready to get it on the market. You're almost there. So now you're out legitimately looking at other homes. Don't be fearful of going out and putting an offer together that is contingent upon your home selling.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's more opportunity for that right now.
And we were just talking about this. A listing agent may say, hey, our client's not willing to look at a contingent offer.
Right.
Okay, is that not competitive with the other offers you have?
Right.
Well, we don't have any other offers. Put the contingent offer in front of them, because
100%.
am I wrong in that once you've received an offer, you are
have to
legally
present it.
obligated to present
Yeah,
it?
you have to present it to the seller. And let the seller choose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. I understand the agent's trying to do what they think is their best due diligence to help the seller. But that being said, you never know 100% what the seller's willing to take. And if it's been on the market, you know, I mean, like in this case, it was, 17 days that it's been on the market, thinking they were going to get offers before. They don't. A seller's mind changes a little bit after that time. So do not be discouraged by that. So there are definitely some opportunities for buyers out there. More and more listings are coming out.
That's a good point. You just made me think of this.
What?
You said 17 days. The perception of the time frame in which a home should sell in is totally skewed. So we expect, if you don't have an offer in 2 weeks, it's
I start freaking
doomsday.
out.
Do you really?
A little bit.
Does it? I thought like 30 days was the number.
Not around here that much.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
If what I like to do is, you know, you come on the market on a Wednesday, right?
Yep.
And then you do like a broker's tour.
Yep.
And then you do open houses for the weekend.
Yep.
You can do that for another weekend, but I do start getting a little bit nervous
If you make it to weekend 2.
if I make it to weekend 2.
So I think that's interesting that if we
So
hit
14 to
17
17 days,
the sky is falling if I don't
that's
have
what
an
I,
offer.
you know, especially if a home price is higher than you want, or you're needing to make it contingent, when you get to 14, 17 days, you get more. Doesn't mean all the time, but that's when I feel like it's time to negotiate.
Interesting.
And if a seller isn't willing to negotiate, which has happened a lot too, because they think their price is worth way up here, because I've had that happen a couple times this year. And guess what happened? They didn't take our offer or negotiate with us, and they are still on the market.
Yeah.
And they've had price reduction after price reduction.
And that's where I look at it and go. So to me, the 30-day mark was like, if I'm helping a buyer, and that's obviously all I work with, if we hit the 30-day mark, now it's time to take advantage of the seller's money, and I'm going to show you all the different ways we can do that,
Right.
all the buy down topics we just talked about. But 30 days was my number, but now it's 17.
For me, it's 17.
Okay.
So,
All right, done deal.
But anyways, guys, thank you very much for listening. Please reach out anytime. Jason Caskie, Coldwell Banker, Sean Herrero, Cross Country Mortgage. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you soon.
Talk to you soon.